What's up, Conquer Athlete? It's Coach Ryan Bucciantini bringing you guys this week's tech tip. So we're not going to go over a specific movement today, but my goal with today's video is to give you guys 5 tips to keep you guys in the game if you're dealing with some pain, some aches and pain. Maybe you're coming off the competitive season and you're dealing with some bumps and bruises. I want to keep you guys moving forward, pursuing your goals. So if that sounds like you, keep watching. The first thing I want to address is shortening the range of motion. So the example I like to use here is a back squat. Right? So a compound movement. It's got a big range of motion. Maybe you're having some knee pain, some hip pain, maybe some even pain in the upper back. What you can do here is shorten the range of motion to put a little bit less stress on your body, but still work a considerable load. So what I want you guys thinking here, maybe when you squat down, squat to a box. And that still allows you to put a considerable load on your back if you're still pain-free, but it may shorten the motion up enough to allow you to continue training relatively pain-free. Number 2 is going to be slow down and add a tempo. So if you've never done tempo training, this slows the movement down enough where it still feels like you're probably moving big weight, but it deloads the joints, the tendons, the ligaments, and still gives you that stimulus of training heavy, but just deloads it enough to where you may see a reduction in pain. Number 3 is going to be changing the movement or plane of motion. So here, the example I like to use is some form of vertical pulling, whether it's a pull-up, a rope climb, something like that. Maybe you're having a shoulder issue. So instead of just continuing to do vertical pull style movements, maybe change it or even add in some more horizontal rowing. Think dumbbell row, seal row, prone row, things like that. Just change the plane of motion where you're still getting that pull volume, that pull stimulus, but you're just changing it up enough, changing the angle where that may unload some of the painful areas that you're dealing with. And then number 4, I want you guys to rethink your warm-up. So just like your training, the warm-up should be specific to you and what you're dealing with. So I don't like prescribing huge amounts of corrective exercise, but if you are dealing with something, this is a great place to put it in. So think about adding isometric work, stability work, general blood flow work. It's amazing what a proper warm-up can do to kind of just grease the grooves, and you'll be amazed at sometimes the reduction in pain you'll see just from doing a proper warm-up. And last but not least is going to be training through the pain. So I don't prescribe to the idea of, no pain, no gain. But you do need to train through a little bit of pain. So what I want you guys to use as a reference point here is what you're walking into the training with pain-wise. If you can stay at that level or below, if it's tolerable, continue moving through that. And that doesn't have to be for the entirety of the workout. But like I said, if you're working through a little bit of pain in your warm-up and you're trying to work through deeper ranges of motion or just kind of like warm up the joint itself, it's okay to work through a little bit of pain. What I don't want you guys doing is continuing to work through it, and then at the end of the workout, it went from a 3 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. So think and train smart, but if you are dealing with pain, try one of these or combine a couple of them and see if that keeps you in the game, keeps you training longer and pursuing your goals. If you guys have any questions, just hit us up on the Conquer Facebook group page. Talk to you soon.